What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Today is a very striker-centric, striker-heavy show. We've got to be talking about that. Who Juventus is going after. We know who Juventus is going after, but there's some new surprise names that have popped up. How serious are they? We'll break that down. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today it is Thursday, December 16th, 2021, and of course I have your latest rundown of all things Juventus. Before we get into it though, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, hit it, join the community that we have here. We're really starting to grow now, and it's really cool to see all the new faces and names that are popping up, and all the stuff that we do in the comment section too. Also go ahead and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Before we do anything, just one last little reminder. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're liking and you're retweeting and all that good stuff when it comes to the Bianconeri Zone Twitter account. And also, of course, on this YouTube channel, you've got to be subscribed because we're going to be giving away that free Juventus shirt. Somebody's getting a free Juventus shirt courtesy of the Bianconeri Zone for their holiday celebration this this coming week. Anyway, guys, stick with us. Make sure you do all that. We'll be giving that away here shortly. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. What news do we have for you in today? Well, of course, it's the big boy. We got to talk about this name, not big boy like heavy guy, but you know what I mean. He's the big heavy hitter when it comes to Juventus and who they're wanting to get in the striker room. Gazzetta dello Sport is reporting that Juventus will not buy Morata. That's not who I'm talking about, but that the top target is Vlahovic, with Scamacca being the alternative. However, the club are also following Marshall. I may be saying that wrong, Martial or something like that. Let me know. I'm terrible with pronunciations. Doesn't really matter who it is at this point. Who could leave Manchester United on a 6-month loan? I will say, definitely, obviously, we know Vlahovic is the go-to target for Juventus. That's the guy they want to bring in, but that's the guy they want to bring in who will make the biggest difference and a huge impact for Juventus moving forward. If you can get Vlahovic, you get it done as soon as possible. Will there be some roadblocks? We'll see. But come on, guys. If it's possible, you get it done. Though I'm not super positive when it comes to the Mercado coming up in January, if it'll be feasible for Juventus as it stands. Other in this bit, because we have more going on with this, reports that are associated with this one, so I'm not going to deep dive into each little thing that he said. But I will say Scamacca. I was actually pro. I mean, of course I was pro. I'm the Italian show, duh. I was big on Scamacca getting him last January when it looked like there was nothing that got done. I thought that would have been a solid option for Juventus to bring in Scamacca last January, especially if you could have gotten him for a cheaper option, just because he's a big body. Fits more that role of a number 9 for Juventus. But right now, it's just not even money if you're going to get Vlahovic or Scamacca. If Vlahovic is out of the question, go for Scamacca. That's fine if the dream is dead. All right, let's move on, though, because those names will pop up that are below it. Again, like right here. Well, first off, Repubblica is reporting that Manchester City are ready to make a January offer for Dusan Vlahovic. So this will be a big moment because as it stands right now, it appears that Juventus is not planning, at least that's the way it seems to me, at least for us on here. It does not seem that Juventus is planning an assault for Dusan Vlahovic in the winter mercado. They're probably not going to be able to do it. They're going to be able to do it in the summer. We'll see if that changes. But as it stands right now, though, if Manchester City are going after Vlahovic, this is his moment to really say what he wants. Because he talked about before, about that he's definitely wanting to stay at Fiorentina until the summer. He said that he wanted to do that because he wanted to finish out the season and hopefully give them in Europe, playing in Europe, be it Europa, Champions League, whatever have you. He wants to do that. That's his goal. But this will also be a big moment to see the feelers of how interested Vlahovic is in going to Manchester City. I mean, that's one of the premier clubs right now in the world right now with the money that they have. That'll be a big if, and then we'll see if he entertains it a lot. You see where it can go from there. But if he doesn't, that's what's interesting to me is how interested is he in potentially staying in Italy and maybe playing for Juventus with all the rumors flying around that is kind of like his goal or dream as it stands right now. Continuing on though, Nicolo Shira was saying that Anthony Martial, is it Martial? Martial? Let me know. I'm probably making it way harder on myself than it really is. And Pierre-Emerick, why am I doing this, guys? Aubameyang have been offered to Juventus by some intermediaries in the last hours. Their salaries are very high and are not consistent with Juve's project, and I'm glad Nicolas Shira said that because it didn't make sense to me either. Neither one of these seems to be, they're older, they're not, they're high salaries. Juventus is trying to drop the wage bill as it stands right now. It doesn't make sense for Juventus really to go after these guys. We'll see. It may just be news floated out there. I wonder how often. We know this by now as Juventus fans. How often does Juventus get used to push around an agenda for either the why am I not? I couldn't get it out there. Sorry, I had a little bit of stuff in my throat. Anyway, by the agent to get it out there, to push his client out there and maybe get some more interest from them, maybe make some more money, whatever have you. But also, again, this is Juventus's chance, opportunity, whatever have you, to just say, we are not this. We are not your retirement home anymore. We do not need to bring in your retirement guys. We're not paying these exorbitant wages for these guys that are not going to be worth it. Let's move on. All right. Next one up. It's a big one that we got to talk about. And Daniele Longo is saying that there will be another meeting between Juventus and Genoa as the club wants to bring back Rovella in January. I'm interested to see the way that this pulls out. As you know, a lot of people will be excited about Rovella potentially coming to Juventus in January. I've seen conflicting reports, though, in the last couple of days that, like, either really concrete, just saying he's staying. He's not coming to Juventus this winter. He'll be there in the summer. Or I've seen rumors of them potentially trying to make a deal to get him to come back earlier. I would love to have him back earlier, if I'm being honest. My own personal opinion is I'd rather have him back earlier. But, again, we've seen Allegri. Will he actually play the player if he comes in? Or is he going to end up sticking with the lesser valued players just because they're older and have more experience when it comes to playing for Juventus? I don't know. That'll be something to watch, though, going forward. Then, Gazzetta dello Sport is reporting that the club is planning to sell two midfielders in January. It's a typo over here. But anyway, Kenny now can generate interest from some clubs. This shouldn't surprise anybody. We've been talking about Arthur each and every day on here. Arthur, his name is going to keep coming up as potentially making a move somewhere. Slightly disappointed, but the best of luck to him. I'll be honest, he wasn't my go-to choice from the beginning to bring into Juventus. It was just a deal that worked out for Juventus. Well, maybe worked out depending on how all this legal stuff goes. But anyway, when it comes to McKennie, though, we've been talking about this on the channel for a while, that more and more likely seems to be an option to go, just because he's one of your few options that really other clubs may be interested in. Every other player you're trying to push out the door, trying to make some money, whatever have you. But the way it stands right now, McKennie's the only one that's really appealing to a lot of maybe especially Premier League side squads. We'll see if that ends up being a move that comes to fruition in the January Mercado. Talking about players that Juventus may not want or wants to move on, or the fans do or fans don't. Who knows? Who knows at this point? Sport is reporting that there have been a meeting between Barcelona and Bernardeschi's agent. Barca are looking at players with expiring contracts, and Bernardeschi represents an idea. I'll be honest with this one. I don't know if I fully buy this one. I really don't. I'll be honest. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. We've heard rumors, of interest in Bernardeschi here and there over the last couple of years. That seems to have quickly quieted and died down. At least this year, especially. I've heard almost nothing out there of this club's interested in bringing in Bernardeschi, this club, like there were before. I don't know if this is a move by an agent or his agent to try to float that rumor out there, so that way maybe Juventus is like, oh, we got to renew this guy. We got to give him that 4 million euros that he does to not score goals or maybe deliver assist here and there. I don't know. I don't know at this point. But we'll see. That's something to monitor going forward, or not. Honestly, you probably can survive without it. All right, let's move on though. Talk about players that we want to get rid of even more perfectly. We can move on to this one. Gazette dello Sport is talking about Aaron Ramsey, saying that Ramsey will leave on loan to the Premier League, with Juventus probably paying part of his wages. Go bleeping figure. Juventus is going to get stuck footing part of the bill just to get rid of a player once again. That's not surprising at all, given the way things have played out in recent years, but also given how much of a stickler it has been with Ramsey not wanting to leave or wanting to be more of a pain in the bleep for Juventus. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. Whatever it takes to get him gone, I guess fine. It's just unfortunate that you're going to end up having to pay that because he was overpaid in the first place. Next story up. Gazette dello Sport. They're just on a roll today. Gazette dello Sport doesn't stop today. Anyways, they were saying that the club are planning on moving both Alessandro and Daniele Rugani in the summer. Rugani, I'm all for it. Get him out of here. Even though I have to give him some credit. He played, I don't want to say admirably, but he played sufficiently in a couple games that he has been utilized this season. So I give him a pass there. But I'll be honest, I know a lot of people aren't high on Alessandro. He had a couple moments early in the season where he looked pretty serviceable, but then since then he's kind of lingered off a little bit. I don't think you're in a position right now, unless you know that you're getting a left back or two, that you can really afford to get rid of Alessandro. Luca Pellegrini has looked good as of recently. What happens when he gets injured? What happens when there's an issue there? You're going to have to move somebody else into that position. I'd rather have somebody who I know is serviceable. I don't know why I said some like 7 times there. Personally, I would rather have Alessandro in the loop. That's just my opinion. Unless you've got somebody is at least has the potential to be a top tier left back there in the future. All right, and then finally we have Max Allegri is not happy with Bentancur. Gazette dello Sport's also reporting that Allegri expected more from Bentancur and was very disappointed by his development. Max remembered a midfielder on the rise from 2017 to 2019, and that's true. That's one of the things that's kind of taking me aback a little bit. Sometimes you get swept up in the Twitter nonsense, the talking heads, if you will, of people hyping up certain players. Bentancur was one of those following the 2019-2020 season that people were so high on, and there was so much I don't know, I didn't get it. I was like, maybe I just don't know football. Maybe I don't know it, and maybe you agree with that I don't know what I'm talking about at the time, and that's fine. That's fine. I have a mic. But anyway, when it comes to this, I never really bought the hype into Bentancur. I didn't see what everybody else saw. It seems Max Allegri is kind of agreeing on that as well now. Not saying that my evaluation means anything, but I was surprised at just the level of hype that he had received and that he had gotten back in 2019-2020. Just all the kind of buy-in that really seemed unfounded. And then now we I guess it's because we always kind of had that excuse or that reasoning of the Boca Juniors contract and about how you're going to lose money or you're not going to get money if you sell him. At this point, sell him. Who cares? I mean, we care about the money, but you know what I mean? Who cares if you can move him on and get a better midfielder and better, just, improve your midfield at all? You do it. You make the move. Bentancur has not really been a useful piece since maybe 2019-2020, that season, that I can, if I'm being honest. Anyway, guys, that's all the news I had for you today regarding all things Juventus. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you agree with my opinions on some of these? Do you disagree? Let me know. Which of the strikers would you rather have right now? Would you rather get a guy like Martial or Marshall or whatever, however you say his name, right here and right now? If that means maybe, and I guess it depends on how it works out, if you're able to buy him, but also still get Vlahovic. I don't know. The way I kind of view things is if you get anybody, that's it. But I could be wrong. Is it Vlahovic or bust, or are you high on a guy like Scamacca as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Make sure you follow us at all of our social media. That's linked in the description down below, as well as been running through the graphic all day. I'm at Justin Sofero on Twitter, as well as Bianconerizone is at Bianconerizone, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.